Welcome to the Angus Report, the week's top Angus stories broadcast on the web by the American Angus Association. I'm Bob Cervera. Our top story for the week: more than 600 Angus ranchers from 33 states and 3 countries traveled to southwest Montana September 15th through the 17th for the 2010 National Angus Conference and Tour. The event was the largest of its kind in recent years, thanks to a great lineup of conference speakers and outstanding scenery and tour stops. Buses carried attendees to agricultural venues and Angus operations throughout the region, where they were able to enjoy food, friends, guest herds, and some of the state's top Angus cattle. The conference portion of the event took place earlier in the week, with presentations centered on opportunities and challenges facing the beef industry. The American Angus Association hosted the National Angus Conference and Tour, along with the South Montana Angus Association and major partner Purina Mills. The association has conducted the conference since 1955 and the tour since 1962. The long-running event continues next year in Georgia with help from the Georgia Angus Association. Visit www.angus.org for further information and event highlights. CattleFax CEO Randy Block offered his outlook for the beef cattle industry during the National Angus Conference. Block said prices will likely climb in the next year due to tight supplies, the potential for renewed exports, and increasing consumer demand. Branded beef programs and a substantial rise in quality grades have contributed additional value to the marketplace.
If we look at 2007, 8, 9, and 10 and contrast that to the previous 10-year time period, we've seen a 10% increase in the number of animals that are grading choice and prime. The market works. The consumers have told us they've wanted a higher quality eating experience, not only here domestically, with all the branding that we're seeing domestically, store brands, private brands, the whole 9 yards, and we see the same thing in the international markets. So that's been a great way to differentiate the quality of these animals. As we all know, cattle are not all equal. They're not created equal, and these animals that are creating the higher quality carcasses have been paid very well in our value-based marketing system. We did some analysis here a few years ago that suggested just the average premiums that are generated through these branded beef programs in the U.S., anything that brings above choice, those animals are creating an additional $500 to $700 million of value to producers here in the industry on an annual basis. So the market works if we'll let it work. It's sending a very clear signal. Producers have responded. We have better genetics, we have better nutrition, we have better animal health programs. The bottom line, the consumers in the U.S. and around the globe are benefiting from the tremendous work that producers have done throughout this industry.
And finally this week, the Angus Foundation sponsors a participant to attend the annual Young Kettlemans Conference conducted by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Fifth-generation Angus rancher James Coffey was among the almost 50 beef industry advocates participating in the 2010 conference, which fosters leadership and includes a comprehensive tour of different industry sectors. Participants met with congressional leaders and discussed important issues affecting cattle producers.
The biggest take-home message that received from the trip has to be the importance of agriculture and the cattle producers having a voice in Washington. We need to have a voice on a national scale. 2% of the population feeds 100% of the U.S. population. 2 things that you can do to become more involved. 1, join your local association, be it your county or area association, your state association, and NCBA. The strength is in numbers, and the larger the numbers, the more apt these politicians are to pay attention to us. The other thing is email, write letters, do things like that. You don't have to do that on a constant basis, but when there's issues that affect you or affect your neighbors, write a letter. There again, there's voice in numbers, and the more of those that these folks receive in Washington, the more apt they are to react to them.
That's all for this Angus Report. Join us next week when we provide the American Angus Association's latest news and information. Until then, visit our website, Facebook, or Twitter pages for articles, videos, and more information. Thanks for joining us.
All cows are not created equal. The Angus cow is the basis of the beef business, the foundation of efficiency and quality. She's a cost reducer, a quality enhancer, and a generator of value. She's built by decades of performance and backed by the industry's most comprehensive genetic improvement program. So if you're wanting to improve your bottom line, look no further than Angus. The Angus cow. She has no equal.